Hello, everybody, and welcome back. In this episode, we'll be going over some Access Now 1914 house rules. And in this video is really just a introduction to a house rule set that I've been working on for a long time. Kind of a little passion project. It's a big one. So unfortunately, we won't be actually seeing anything in this video. It's just all going to be talking. And later videos, I'll be going over the actual rules and components to the rule set and how it all works. But yeah, so what's the house rules? You probably saw the title of the video, and it is, research and development. So this is for Access Now 1914, research and development, R&D. So this is a big rule set, a lot of sub rules, a lot of things. It's a big one. There's a lot of parts to it. Now, why I felt like I had to do this house rule set. I felt like World War One historically is just a time of rapid innovation. There's lots of changes in technology and strategies and tactics, and just military technologies and developments. A lot of changes, and it's just like that's why I felt like this rule set that is very common in the other Access Now games, the series. Research and development, I just felt like would be perfect for Access Now 1914, especially for World War One. I mean, you just think of all the technologies just come to the top of your head. You can just think of things like poison gas and tanks and fighter planes and all that. It's just a lot. So I should start off by clarifying that as far as I know, I'm not the first person to have done this. I think the first person to do this was a Mr. Ed Williams, and he posted his research and development rules for 1914. I believe he put them on Board Game Geek and somewhere else, but yeah, I did see his at first, and it was kind of the inspiration for my own rule set, because I looked at his, and while it was very well done, I felt like there's some changes that I would have made personally, things that I would have done differently, specifically with the actual technologies that he chose. A lot of the technologies that I did not like from his that I wanted to change and replace essentially were either copycats from the World War II versions or just things like that. Because especially I feel like the World War II research and development, a lot of the technologies are just things like advanced or improved something, like advanced mechanized infantry or advanced artillery or improved shipyards or jet fighters, which are really just an improvement on planes, and nothing like super original. I mean, I know it's World War II. I mean, no, not critiquing Larry Harris or anything. But yeah, I feel like with World War One, there's like so much stuff that we could talk about, and I feel like that he was missing a lot of things in his 1914 house rule set. So in this video, I just want to go over kind of my design process and my how it all works and my thoughts on that, and then I'll go over some of the rejected parts of the design process. So first and foremost, I want to state that the problem I feel with research and development and other Access Now games is that it's really difficult to achieve, and usually it's not all super helpful. So it's like a lot of work for like little gain, and it's like very random because it could take a while to like roll all these dice and you won't even get anything. So yeah, I really wanted to make it really easy to get technology using my rule sets. I want to actually be in the game. I want to actually see technology being used if you choose to use this rule set. If you're choosing to use the rule set, you definitely want to see. I'm assuming you want to use some of these technologies, so I definitely made it a lot easier to get technology in the game. So they'll be seeing a lot more of it in the game. I think that's something everybody can appreciate. Another thing when it came to actually picking the technologies, I try to make them sound like I didn't want them to be improved something or advanced something. I wanted them each to sound unique and like as their own individual identifier, something you could identify easily. And sometimes, like if you actually think about the rules, it's like I kind of like balanced a little bit of both, but like the name still gives it something unique. An example, one of my technologies is bombers, and it's really just an improvement on the fighters. So, but it still sounds like bombers. It's something unique, something different. It's not just saying improved fighters. So it makes it sound more interesting when you roll it. Like, yeah, now I have bombers, you know. But going off of that, big reason why I designed research and development was to incorporate a lot of the house rules and things that people would love to see included in 1914. Just in general, like especially when it comes to new units. I mean, it's like I did have ideas for custom units such as like armored cars and cavalry, you know, bomber planes, coastal guns, aircraft carriers, the Paris gun. I know you can find some of these things on like historical board gaming, and you can have your custom units like zeppelins and whatnot, trains, railways. But I feel like just by using my custom rules, I incorporate a lot of those custom units and pieces into my rule set. For example, the bombers. So there are bombers in my rule set, but you don't have to buy custom bomber units. You just use your same old fighters. So I feel like using my rule sets incorporates a lot of those special units that people would love to see in the game, but now you don't have to pay a bunch of money to get those extra units, like actual molds and stuff. You just have to print out my rules and my chart, and you can just kind of use your imagination a little bit, and it's all there on the board. Yeah. So just want to let's finish off the video by or this video. The next video I'll be going over the how to use the chart and how that works, and then the next videos after that will be about how each technology works. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about technology for a minute now. I originally wanted to have like 12 technologies, 2 rows of 6, just like in the other versions. But after looking at all my possibilities and all the things I really liked and enjoyed, so I came up with rules for a lot of things. A lot of things were rejected, but some of them I just could not let go of. And in the end, it was a lot better for my system that you'll see in the next video. And I ended up having, so now there's 15 technologies in the game. So that's a lot of fun new house rules for 1914 Axis and Allies. So yeah, 15 technologies, and additionally I have a researcher's choice, which is something I was copied from Der Kunstler and his house rules. I think it was really clever what he did that. So I'll link that video in the description. But yeah, 15 technologies. But I did come up with a lot more than just 15. So I'll just finish off the video by going through all the ones that were rejected. And keep in mind, the technologies I included in the game, I would try to keep the scope pretty large. I wanted to keep it, historically accurate. I wanted to make it actually like interesting and sound interesting and fun, something useful. I also wanted to be like larger scale, not like something very strategic. Because I think an example is steel helmets. Problems with that is Sure, I could make it like your infantry defend +1 or whatever. But it's just so small. It's such like a tactical difference, you know. Something like trench mortars is such like small tactical thing. It's not like Axis and Allies is like a very large strategic game. You don't see the small tactical aspects too much. So a lot of that was rejected. Also, the unit sculpts actually already have, most of them already have steel helmets anyway, so it'd be kind of redundant. But if you're paying attention to that. But anyway, let's go through the rejected ones, and I'll just list them out. So naval infantry, so basically like Marines. It was gonna be like Marines from Axis and Allies Pacific, the original one. So yeah, I rejected that because didn't feel I needed it. Having the Hindenburg line or like advanced trenches, so like see the same problem, advanced something. Barrage balloons to block aircraft. Observation balloons for air supremacy or something. Salvaging, so basically the just like how the like salvaging enemy units, like how the Germans would take the where they would capture British tanks and like repurpose them as their own. So that could be something, but I ended up rejecting that. You guys can feel free to come up with however house rules you want, but I'm just telling you everything I rejected. Sabotage, like uh, submarine blockade runners. Let's see, aerial photography, battle cruisers, kind of like a halfway between battleship and a cruiser. Um, Destroyers. Uh, Loans, like the ability to like loan out money to other powers. You can see how problematic that would be. Steel helmets, like I said. Body armor wasn't really relevant, too tactical. Flamethrowers, um, torpedo bulges on ships. The Paris gun was rejected. And yeah, I think that covers it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Please look forward to my next video. I'll be going over how the house rule actually works. Sorry for making you guys wait through all this, but yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Please comment what you think. Like it if you like the video. Let me know what you think. And yeah, look forward to my next one. All right, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. All right, take care. Bye.